Hello learners, welcome to Mr. Academia YouTube channel. We thank you for watching all our videos. Click that red button to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get notifications for all our new lessons and all our videos that are uploaded to our channel. We are going to look at mensurations today, or measurements on different figures. So we shall be looking at the various formulae which we use to get the area, perimeter, volume, length, the total surface area of different figures. We have what we call 2D shapes. So the 2D shapes or two-dimensional shapes. These ones basically, they are shapes that are characterized by two dimensions, that is length, width, and height sometimes, or length, width, length and height, length and width, but they only have two dimensions. So examples of two-dimensional shapes, we have squares, rectangles, circles, triangles, and other two-dimensional shapes that we know. Others are shown here: triangle, the pentagon, the rectangle, the circle, the octagon. So all these figures here are in two dimensions. So if you look at a square is a figure which has all sides that are equal and the angles are equal, meaning that it forms right angles everywhere. It has an angle of 90 degrees at all the corners. If you look at how we get the perimeter we know that it is the area around a square. So in this case, the perimeter, since a square has all sides equal, so we shall add each side. So it will be a plus a plus a, which is equivalent to 4a, where a is the side. This a here is the side of the square. So we find the perimeter in different units depending on what units the length or the side of the square is. So if the side is in centimeters, your answer will be in centimeters. If the side is in meters or kilometers, we read the answer depending on what sides we are given. If we look at how we find the area of a square, so for area we use the formula. Area of a square is given by side multiplied by side. Since all sides are equal, so this is the same as a squared. So if the side is a, then the area will be given by a multiplied by a, which is a square units. So the units here are always square units. Whatever units you have, but you write the answer in terms of square units. If you look at a rectangle is a quadrilateral with 4 right angles, of course, and then two sides which are facing each other are always equal. For example, if you look at this side, it is also this side here, it is equivalent to this side, and then also this side here is equivalent to this side. That's how a rectangle is always. If you look at the way in which we can find the ways of finding the perimeter of a rectangle, since this side is equal to this and this side is equal to this, so we are supposed to add all the length of all the sides which make up a rectangle. So we end up with the formula which is given by perimeter is this 2 into width plus height, where W is width and H is the height. That is how we get the perimeter. Then for area we just multiply the length with the width. So area is given by length multiplied by width, or width multiplied by height. So you can call this height or you can call it length sometimes. So, but in this case, it is this side multiplied by this side, the longer side multiplied by the shortest side. If we go on and then we look at some examples, these are examples. For example, here 100 times 50, 5,000 meters squared. Here 90, this is 90, this is 50, 90 times 50 for 500 foot squared, and many other examples as you can see here. If you look at a parallelogram, so a parallelogram, it is also quadrilateral, but two pairs of sides are parallel, with two pairs of sides which are parallel. For example, if you look at the side AB, which runs from here to here, this side is parallel to this side, and then the side AD is parallel to the side BC, as you can see. So the opposite sides which are always parallel to each other, as you can see in this diagram here. if we look at how we find the perimeter, of course, we have to add the length of the sides around it. So it will be b plus s plus s plus b. So we shall end up with a formula which is perimeter is given by b plus s multiplied by 2 everything, which is shown here. Moving on, we look at how we find the area. So to find the area, first of all, we have to first find this vertical distance here, which we call the height, and then we multiply it with the length of the base. So meaning that the area is got by base multiplied by the height of base times the height. Area is b times h. But first of all, you have to first find the height of the figure. If you look at the rhombus, a rhombus is also quadrilateral, like any other quadrilaterals, whose four sides have the same length. So another name is an equilateral quadrilateral. Equilateral means that all sides are equal in length, and it is often called a diamond, as you can see here. So this is what we call a rhombus, or that is how a rhombus looks like. Uh, if we now look at the perimeter for a rhombus, since it has equal sides, so the perimeter will just sum up all the sides around it. So if the side is s meters or centimeters or whatever long, so we just add s plus s plus s, we end up getting the answer as 4s, as you can see there. So if you look at then the area of a rhombus, for A, we use this formula. This is the formula P multiplied by Q divided by 2. That it can be used. That is, if we know the length of the diagonals, we can basically use that one to find the area of, of the rhombus. If we know the length of the diagonals, we just apply that formula there. Then for a triangle, it is a polygon with 3 edges. It has 3 edges, A, B, C, and D. In this case, these are the vertices. And then there are triangles of 3 types. We have an isosceles. This one has 2 sides which are equal, equilateral. All sides are equal, and the scalene. All sides are different in length. So if you look at how we find the perimeter for a triangle, just add up the length of the 3 sides. So it will be A plus B plus C. Then if it is equilateral, meaning if all sides are equal, then it will be 3 yes, that is, the triangle is equilateral. So for area of a triangle, we use a half multiplied by base, multiplied by height. The base is this length, which is where the triangle or where the other sides sit, and then the height is the vertical distance from the upper vertex here, meeting the base at an angle of 90 gives us the height. So meaning that area is a half base multiplied by height, as you can see there. Then we have what we call a trapezoid. It is a convex quadrilateral with at least one pair of parallel sides, and it is referred to as a trapezoid. Sometimes we also call it a trapezium, as you can see here. That is what it is. So for perimeter, of course, we just add up or sum the sides, the length of each of those sides. So it is A plus B plus C plus C plus D, as you can see there. Then for area, we use the formula which is shown down here. Area is a half B1 plus B2 multiplied by the H. H is the height, which is the vertical distance from here to here. So meaning that the height should be a vertical distance, which meets this at an angle of 90, meaning that this line here should be perpendicular to the base. So we have this length from here to here. So if you call this B1 and this B2, so the shorter and the longer sides are the B1 and B2, as you can see here. Then if in case you also want to use this, or if you call the shortest side A and then the longest side B, those are the parallel sides A and B, then you can use this formula here. Some examples are here where A is this 12 and then B is the 8 here, as you can see. These are some of the examples. You can see the height is this perpendicular distance here for height. Okay, then if you look at the circle, this is the shape for the circle here. And then we find the perimeter of the circle using 2 pi r. If you have the radius, then if you have the diameter, of course, then you'll have to use the formula pi d for circumference, because the diameter is always equivalent to twice the radius, to r. So you can either choose to use this formula here, or you can choose to use this one when finding the perimeter of a circle. If you look at the area of a circle, for area, we use the formula area is equal to pi r squared. Area is given by pi. I think there is a pi here which was missed. Area is pi r squared, which is pi times the radius squared. In this case, the radius is a, so it's pi multiplied by a squared, as you can see here. Uh, uh, Looking at some of the examples where we find area of a circle, you can see here we are using pi r squared, the radius is 8. When the radius is 10, we are using 10, and you can see the answers that are being got in those examples there. If we look at some of the 3D shapes, because the 3D shapes for them, they are defined by length, width, and height, or in three-dimensional space. So meaning that we shall also look at how to find the surface areas and also the volumes for these 3D shapes. These are some of the examples of 3D shapes. We have tubes, cuboids, square-based pyramid, cones, triangular pyramids, cylinders, and spheres. If you look at the cuboid first, it is a box-shaped solid. It looks like this one here. It has 6 flat sides and all angles are right angles. This is how it looks like, or it can also look like this. So the surface area of a cuboid is got by using this formula here. So this is the formula for the total surface area of a cuboid. It is got by the formula which we see here. It is given by, actually, let us use this one here. The total surface area is given by twice into length plus height plus this square units. Since it is area, we measure it in units squared. If you look at the tube for it has all sides which are equal, and it also has 6 faces. Then to get the total surface area of a tube, since it has 6 faces which are equal, if each side has an area A, then its total surface area is got by 6a squared, that is for the 6 sides. Then the linear surface area of the tube is 4 multiplied by a squared, and then the volume of the tube is got by a cubed. This one here is a cubed here for volume, which is length times width times height. Since the sides are equal, so it's a cubed. If you look at a cone, this is the cone, and it is a 3-dimensional shape, as you can see here, which rests on a circular base here. So meaning that if we are finding its total surface area, we have to find the area of the base plus the area of this other rounded part. So meaning that the total surface area is pi r squared plus pi rl, as you can see here. Then the lateral surface area is pi rl, because the lateral surface area removes the bases, and then the volume is a third multiplied by base multiplied by h. This is the formula for volume of a cone. This is how we get the volume of a cone. Looking at some more of these figures here, a cylinder, this is how a cylinder looks like. You can see the circular tops here and the circular bottom, or the base and the top, and then there is this other part here. As you can see, the total surface area is got by 2 pi r into r plus h. Then the linear surface area, of course, for it removes these other parts here, the base and this top part. So the linear surface area is 2 pi r h. And then the volume is pi r squared h. This is the formula for volume of a cylinder. If you look at some of the examples of the cylinder, this is how it is. Of course, volume, this is the surface area, total surface area. Then this is an example, the surface area for this one here, as you can see. If you look at pyramids, a pyramid is a structure whose outer surfaces are triangular, and basically they converge at a single point at the top, making a shape like a pyramid. As you can see this, you can see where this is the single point where the sides converge to this one here, the top side, or this one there. Then the total surface area of a pyramid is got by using this formula here, and then the linear surface area for it, it moves the base, and then the volume is area of the base multiplied by height multiplied by a third, or a third base area times height. If you want, it is a third, volume is a third, base area, a third multiplied by base area multiplied by height. So you can also use this one to find the volume of a pyramid. Looking at another one, which is a prism. This is a prism here, as you can see. This is the volume of a prism. As you can see, the total surface area, the left arrow, and then the volume. This is how it is got here. An example is here for total surface area and also for the prism. Then we have finally the sphere, which is a perfectly round geometrical and circular object in three-dimensional space, and it exactly resembles a round ball, as you can see. So the total surface area is got by using that formula there. 4/3 pi r cubed, that is the volume of a sphere. Please remember, this is a tube here. This 3 is a tube, so it is a power. It's like that, 4/3 pi r cubed. Okay, so that is all we need to know under mensuration. So feel free to send us your questions at our email. You can also remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel to enjoy the best out of our lessons. Thank you for watching our videos.